And I really want to emphasize the word responsibility. I think that whether you are a white executive living out in the suburbs who doesn't want to pay taxes to inner city children, for them to go to school.
Senator Obama, your position on reparations?
I think the reparations we need right here in South Carolina is investment, for example, in our schools.
I worked as a community organizer in Chicago, was very active in low-income neighborhoods, working on issues of crime and education and employment, and seeing that in some ways certain portions of the African American community are doing as bad, if not worse, and recognizing that my fate remained tied up with their fates, that my individual salvation is not going to come about without a collective salvation for the country. Unfortunately, I think that recognition requires that we make sacrifices, and this country has not always been willing to make the sacrifices that are necessary to bring about a new day and a new age.
I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everyone. In the last year, African Americans have lost their jobs at a faster rate than at any time in a quarter century. That's a wrong that needs to be made right.
There's a certain race weariness that confronts the country, precisely because the questions are so deeply embedded and the solutions are going to require so much investment of time, energy, and money.
Unfortunately, we've got caught up in an ideological battle where one party says the only way to create job opportunities is through the marketplace and government should not be involved at all. Whereas my argument would be we also have to make sure that people are trained for jobs, that they've got child care so that they can go to a job, that there's affordable housing in those areas where jobs are being created, that entrepreneurs in minority communities are getting financing to create their own businesses and to create jobs in those communities. And all of those involve not just individual responsibility, but also societal responsibility.
Because I think of the problems that African Americans face in this country, we tend to have a sanitized view in the African American community about what is going on in Africa. And the truth of the matter is that many of the problems that Africa faces, whether it's poverty or political suppression or ethnic conflict, is just as prominent there and can't all be blamed on the effects of colonialism. What it can be blamed on is some of the common factors that affect Bosnia or Los Angeles or all kinds of places on this earth, and that is the tendency for one group to try to suppress another group in the interest of power or greed or resources or what have you. Whether you are a white executive living out in the suburbs who doesn't want to pay taxes to inner city children, for them to go to school,